call the Jamaica Selectboard meeting to order, March 23rd. The abatement first on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the March 9th meeting.
There's nothing in here about Mr. Raymond's place. About me, that wasn't in the minutes about the town meeting, that there was a concerned citizen about John Raymond's place being a health hazard, and I'm
the Tewksbury place.
Right.
Raymond or Tewksbury?
Well, it's
It's really
Raymond
Raymond's.
now.
Well, right, we call it the Tewksbury property because that's
Right.
the name of the family that used to live there.
One thing they told me about if we get in, if that becomes a legal issue, it should be well documented.
Oh, okay, we can add that in.
It's just simply that I was.
A discussion was held.
About,
Right, do you want to update Mr. Fowler? Not update, but just what you were talking about.
I'm just trying to keep it short, that, are you ready yet?
Yeah.
It was brought up there was a public concern at the town meeting about the property across from the Jamaica Elementary School belonging to John Raymond. That it may be a health hazard. And it was brought to the board, and we decided that I, as health officer, would look into it. Is that it in a nutshell?
For safety issues?
Health hazard, kind of,
Oh, you think that covers it?
that's what they told me it was, that's what we're looking for. And could be, well, I don't want to get too complicated. We discussed it, and it was decided that Andy would look into taking further steps. Something like that.
I think that's right.
That's pretty much what we did.
Okay, are there any other corrections or omissions?
Yeah, under organization, my name is spelled incorrectly.
It
The
is?
O and the U are flipped. It's B-R.
Oh, yeah. Grosso.
Yeah, as far as Lou, that's Lou.
And what was that guy's name again?
John Raymond.
How quickly they forget it.
Anything else? Okay, if not, do we have a motion, please?
I would move that we accept the minutes as amended.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay, number 2, to review and approve the time sheet for the town office, Worcester Highway Transfer Station. Number 3, to review and sign the select board orders. Time for public concerns. Are you just,
It seemed like Paul felt that there were some questions that you had for me.
I move that we go into executive session for a personnel issue.
do we have a second?
Do you want to do that now? I can do that.
We should do it.
Oh, she's here.
Well, yeah,
Okay, I'd second that.
okay. So we'll move into executive session. Did everybody have a chance to go over the town
When I
minutes?
first got them,
Town
I
meeting
did.
minutes?
Yeah, I think they're finally up.
They're fine, so we can sign them?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion?
I move that we accept the minutes.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We have excess weight permits from Camp Precast, United Natural Foods, Gurney Brothers Construction, Barrett Trucking, and Clinton Excavating, sorry. What is your pleasure?
I move that we allow for the excess weight permits with the normal restrictions, including these are only for Class 2 and Class 3 roads.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, and to be signed by the road commissioner.
Beside the road commission.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. I think I'm either behind the times a bit or whatever. We received a letter from Coda and Coda telling us that our furnace here in the town office needs updating. I wasn't sure which one it was, so I had Terry, I left a message for them to call me back. They called back and told Terry it was this one here. And they just took it upon themselves to, I was gonna bring it up to see if we wanted them to come and check it out. But they came today, and Lou happened to be here doing.
Paul was here
and
too.
Paul was here too, so they handled it, and it's a free inspection, I believe, is that correct?
I didn't know they were coming. I was surprised. He didn't give me a bill.
They just,
Yeah.
Yeah, he would like to propose something to us, and obviously proposal is something we can accept or reject.
or whatever.
Yes. He needs to come back and do some measurements, get more specifics about what's going on here. He had some questions about what we are plumbed to do already. And so there's going to be some more research.
So we're gonna wait for them
Yeah.
to come back?
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds good, all right, and then we can decide what we wanna,
Yeah.
either go with them or get other,
Yeah, I would,
Well, if we did it, we might have to put out an RFP for it.
right, we'll have to put an RFP,
At
because
least,
it's gonna be expensive.
At least he'll tell us about what the neighborhood
Right.
would be.
The other thing he brought up was, we asked him about the town hall. When probably they ought to look at that as well.
Are we under contract with all of them for, is that part of the
They do
contract?
the-
They do the maintenance
They
on
do the
this?
maintenance for it, right?
Right,
What he's trying to do, he said, is to be a little bit proactive. Of
Okay.
course, it could also be because they want some business, but the idea is that some of these older furnaces, he'd rather see replaced before they go bad,
Right.
rather than in the middle of winter, blow and
I
find out.
don't know how old the one at the town hall is, I have no
Don't
idea.
1875.
Probably. It's working
I
though,
think they replaced it once.
I think so. All right, so we'll wait for their estimate and all that,
Well, he's going to do some
for
measurements.
their
before that.
information
Yeah,
they're gonna give
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. We have 1, 2, 3 bids, sealed bids that have not been opened for our bags. Okay, I'll do the first one. It's Dynapack Corporation. Okay, they're from Tennessee.
That's from Tennessee we've been talking to.
Pardon me?
What's the name of the company again?
Dynapack?
Maybe. There's somebody from Tennessee who's called us a couple of times.
This is them. Oh, they sent us back their, I think they sent 3. Somehow they have 4 copies of our,
Wow.
Did we ask for 4? We may have asked for 4.
did they ask for 4?
I don't
I don't
know.
think so.
I don't know.
I don't recall.
I don't think so.
Anyway, that's our
Right.
pay-as-you-throw. Oh my goodness gracious, let's see.
Well, since we got 4, how much it cost?
But this is just this is.
These are just what
Here,
you're
I'm gonna
sent
pass
out.
these down and I'll let Lou and Judy.
Oh, this is just a request for proposal?
Yes.
Yeah, they sent back 4 of those.
Did they send back a bid?
They sent, there's a bid right there, Judy has that.
Yeah,
The bid?
this is the bid.
This is the bid, you can look at that.
Okay. Oh, it's complicated.
That's why I passed it.
It's handwritten.
And we have a bag.
The oh, I see, it's the drawstrings and the colored with ties. The drawstrings would be per 1,000 at 20 millimeter, I guess that is, bag. Is that the size of the bag?
The weight
Because this, yeah, I know. Whereas this is-
per 40 millimeter, that'd be the heavier bag per
Yeah.
1,000, okay.
And that's 140, I don't know, looks like just plain
An
old
eight?
40.
It could be.
Could be 8. Or 142.84.
For how many?
1,000.
Yeah, 4,000. Let's see, that's for the colored ties.
Oh, that doesn't include the bag?
Yeah.
Oh, it's colored with
the
tie.
bag
Oh,
with the
the bag with
ties.
the tie.
Yeah,
That's
and
14
then-
cents a bag, is that what that?
$140.80 for 1,000, okay? And 142.84 for 1,000 of the larger bag.
The heavier duty bag, not
Oh,
longer.
thicker.
Thicker, yep, 40 millimeter, yep. Hope you don't mind me helping you, this is a little
Yeah, it's
challenge here.
very cute. Then for the drawstring, which is 24 by 30 colored drawstring, is $196.60 and $188.93 for the heavier weight.
See, this is what's confusing,
It is very
because
confusing.
here they've got it's more expensive for the thinner one than the thicker one. Up
Yeah.
here, if you call that 40 or 48, depending on where you go. But they all, the thinner ones, they're all more expensive, look at that.
There's just the names on it.
So this must be 148, but for consistency.
Pretty simply.
Huh.
So one's with the ties, and the other one's with this.
I'll make copies, extra copies, so you can look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
It's
confusing.
confusing, and then we have from Tags Bags, containers from Wells, Maine, and they gave us 5 proposals so that we can
have
look
one?
at that. And they also,
She'll move that. See
and they
what
also gave us bags, so we have 2 bags each.
Oh, who'd that come from?
Maine Tags Bags containers. Tag Bags containers.
I'll be
And this
back.
is the letter I'm gonna, Judy, you
That's gotta be a zero, not an
1.28.
8. That's gotta be a
I
zero.
think so, until you read the other numbers. And all of the 20 millimeters are higher than the other ones, so that's why we went back and made up that underneath. Doesn't make sense, unless it's harder to make the thinner ones.
Now this one, this has gone by the price per bag. See that?
Yeah. And then it's 32 for a
1.28,
case.
yeah. And the case has how many?
120. Oh, no, that's 120 cases.
220
Oh, 250
bags.
bags
Per case,
No,
right?
250 bags.
Yeah.
Because they're all,
No,
this one all the same.
flip-flop.
Pick one of those, you have one of the bottom, pick one of those.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that way, this one.
What do they call that?
Are they all different?
No, they're all the
they're all the same, right. So you can have that, I have this one. You guys have one of
Have
those?
one of those, yes.
There's an extra one.
Okay, that's Andy's. Okay,
And this is what they look like.
okay. Yeah, and they're translucent, that's good.
Yeah, they gave us bags, we can
And they put,
share
they
them.
put a name on it?
No, I don't
There,
think
just
so.
their name.
We should be aware, while we're thinking about this, of something, when I talk to the people from Tennessee,
This is the great big one.
they do a lot of printing of things with the bags, that they can do it, but this isn't their primary
Right.
business.
This came from Tags from Maine.
This is the one from Maine, right?
Which one?
Maine or Massachusetts?
Maine.
Tags, bags, container?
Yeah.
Yes.
This says Greenfield, Mass.
Wells,
That's in
Maine.
Greenfield,
Yeah.
Greenfield, Mass. and Wells, Maine, so. either
With
one.
has an office in Wells.
And what's
Oh, with the
the, how much are theirs? Do we have that one?
Yeah, that's this one right here. okay. When we're looking at-
Which one did they send us? What now?
Okay.
Yeah, that's this
It's
one
on the
right
middle
here.
of it.
So it says 1.5 mil. You're talking about tags bags?
Yes.
1.5 mil.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because this costs 20 million.
20 is thick.
Yeah.
20 millimeters
It's
is,
like a contractor.
yeah,
Wow.
bigger than that, I think.
Unless
It's bigger
you
than a-
think that they're saying that it is the size of the bag
No.
rather than the millimeter?
Per 1,020 M bags.
Yeah.
We might need to get a clarification on that.
I'll look
Yeah.
up, see what contractor bags are.
Yeah, that would be good.
Do we have a third?
We do, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Theirs is a little bit more,
And this is what they're kind of like self-tie. They don't have,
Yeah.
they don't have the
No.
drawstrings, no.
Okay.
Did we ask specifically for drawstrings, or did we
Yes.
ask for both?
Oh, we have-
No, we wanted both.
Oh, we wanted a quote for both?
Yeah.
I don't have a,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get paper for this one.
Now, this one, the tag bags actually go by 15 gallon and 33 gallon.
Yeah, so,
Where the other one, the first one that we looked at, the one that she just took,
No, oh, the first one, yeah.
yeah, that's the one that's unclear what size they are.
Do we have multiple copies of that too?
No.
but this one, yeah, she got that,
Yeah.
the one that she has, she's going to make copies
But
of.
this one here, we only have one
I
copy.
can't
No,
be 20.
the tag bags, we only have one.
What was the third one?
I don't know.
Hasn't come down this way.
Oh, okay.
It's still up there.
Yeah,
15 gallon is larger than the conventional basket for your kitchen.
Yeah, you're thinking 13 gallons?
yeah, I thought it was 13.
I guess what I'd like to do is get a trash container for both sizes and see how these particular bags fit inside that.
Yeah, we have one of those thing you put your foot on and the lid comes up,
Yeah.
and I can try.
Although,
See.
maybe one of us should go into a store and see what different size they make those kitchen baskets in, because maybe they're anywhere from 13 to 15.
They are 13 ones.
Are there 15?
13 and 15.
Yeah.
Like if you go down to BJ's or Costco's, they have them in those two different
Or
sizes.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
I've never seen 15, I was at 13.
I'm pretty sure there's 15.
Because the 13 never quite does it for me.
And as far as those mill thicknesses, like 2 mil is thick for a
Yeah.
contractor.
That's why I don't understand why it said 20 mil.
That can't be
20
right.
mil would be
Yeah,
real
I
thick.
am.
You
Maybe they just
couldn't stick a knife through it that thick.
Oh, that might be good.
I think like
If it does so, it
the bags I use are 1.5 or 2,
mill.
the black ones.
So there'd be some of
Hudson
these right
puts
there.
out.
Oh,
Is that this?
That's probably 1.5. She
Well,
said
if they
that.
came with this one, it's 1.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a contractor bag.
No.
That's not quite, another half mil probably would be that thickness. If I had guessed.
yeah, these are 1.5
It's
mill.
all on the original.
Thank you.
Oh, here's the question. They're saying, first line on the Dynapack, 24 by 32, 1.5 colored with ties. So that must be the 1.5 millimeter.
Right.
Over where it says per 20 M,
20,000 bags, that's what that means.
Right.
20,000.
No, that would be nothing thousand, it would be million.
That'd be million, but I don't think that's right. Per 1,000 bags, 20 M. I don't know what the M means.
Yeah, I see what you mean, the 1.5 is probably.
Yeah, they're all 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what we'd want for thickness, right?
I think so. I'm trying to picture my garbage in there and I think it'll hold.
Because if you got a contractor bag, you could really jam some. They'd be more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get that, and we gotta get
They're
that.
like $1 a piece,
Are
10
they?
for 10 usually, and that's a deal. In
10
a
for
hardware
10?
store, yeah.
10 for
You mean the
$10?
contractor size?
Oh,
I think so,
contractor.
yeah, for a
Yeah.
contractor bag.
Yeah, they don't break
Not
it down
cheap.
to the individual amount, do they? We have to do the math.
If we figure that, if it's, see, we don't know what the M stands for.
Well, it's .128 per bag.
No,
Oh,
I'm looking
no.
at, we're back to this one here.
Yeah, but if those are 1,000 bags, you just divide by 1,000, move the decimal point
We're not sure.
over 3 places.
We might have to,
So you
Have
think
a
it's,
chat with them.
well,
Point.
414? .14?
Yeah, 0.148, 14 cents,
And
almost 15
point-
cents
yeah.
a bag. What does flat seal versus star seal mean on the other one?
The star seal, I think it's this kind of well, I thought it was wave seal, where it looks like,
Yeah.
where you end up tying them together, I think. I'm not positive.
Yeah, there's colored with ties, which is what we asked for, and drawstring. Let's see, actually, oh, I think I have it.
Looks like there's a huge difference in this particular quote between 120 cases and 80 cases.
Which, are you talking about Dynapack or tags bags?
Tags bags. 120 cases is like 13 cents versus 80 cases is 22 cents.
Oh,
See the,
price per bag.
this is
This is the flat seal,
This is
13.
Yeah, because over here, 120 cases are at this price per case.
32.75.
For 80 cases, it's this price per case and that price each. So there's a huge difference. So
Well, if you look, there are also the different sizes.
Yeah, the different sizes.
One is, the 120 is 24 by 33, the
And
80 is
other one
33 by
30,
41.
Yeah,
okay, no wonder why there's a
Yeah.
right.
difference.
And 25 bags per case.
Thank you, ma'am.
Are we gonna be able to decide on this tonight?
I don't think so.
I think I'd be calling these fellows.
Yeah, I think
A little
they-
better, actually. Look at their phone number even looks.
Yeah.
Is that a phone number?
Yeah, it is 615 's the area code.
Look how it's,
I think Judy's idea is a good idea. Why don't you propose that now?
Which one?
Your idea of having a committee.
Oh, yeah, actually, I was gonna bring that up when I do my shtick.
Oh, you might as well bring it up now.
Well,
We'll do it when she lasts.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that last. Let's get this,
just keep all this stuff.
you don't think we can sort this out tonight?
no, I don't think we can sort this out tonight. Do we have the, does everybody have a copy of this one?
The new one,
The Wells one?
Yes, yeah.
I do.
From waste to zero, is that what you're talking about?
waste zero.
I have all three,
Yep.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think.
All right. Okay, I think we should take those home, look at them,
Okay.
review them. There's a lot to,
Yeah.
get in. So I think that's what we should do with that one.
Good idea.
I do. Here.
Okay,
I've got nothing. I think we're doing a good job on pay as you throw, and that's really what the district really cares about. So congratulations to Judy. I think you've done a nice job.
You've been doing stuff too at the district.
Well, yeah, I'm reporting from the standpoint of what the district, I have to report from the district.
Oh,
I guess the thing I'd say is that Jamaica's doing a good job.
oh, okay. Because you just signed the solar deal.
I suppose that's something worth bringing up.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
We've actually, didn't really sign the deal. What we've done is we've chosen a contractor to work with, and we now need to negotiate a contract with them, which may take a month to negotiate a contract. But the agreement is pretty darn nice. The district will be getting, depending upon whether it's a 4 megawatt system or a 5 megawatt system, anywhere from about $90,000 to $112,000 a year, which is good because our share of the district is 3%. So that's $3,000 less that we have to pay the district with that lease
Yeah.
per year, so that's good. The second thing is that there is a net metering component, which means that we would be allowed to purchase electricity from them at a savings of about 26%. So we should be able to save about a quarter of our electric bill for 10 years.
On municipal buildings or?
On all of our meters, including the town garage, the town offices, town hall, school, library, bank building, everything that we have, every place we have a meter. It does not include the streetlights. So unfortunately, it doesn't include that.
And who's that coming from?
There are two companies that, they all came with a local component and a national component. The national company's called Christine Solar, I'm sorry. They're out of California. And the local component is Integrated Solar. They're the ones that did that job on Route 91 for Brattleboro.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Integrated Solar. They're the local component. So that was really nice. And if you really are interested, we also are working with another company to do anaerobic digestion on our facility. So that's something worth keeping track of too.
That's exciting.
Really quickly, we got a letter from the State Vermont Highway Division, just to the select boards, those trustees, municipal managers. It's got to do with the fact that they're going to be paving class 1 and 2 highways, and they wanted us to make sure that they're aware of if there's any construction going to be going on or something, so they don't, paint it and then we take it out. I'm sharing those with Keith. We'll keep track. Let's get it. Right now, we don't have anything.
We don't have anything right now.
Particularly,
No.
we'd like to see some stuff. We don't have anything on the books.
Okay.
So Keith and I will deal with that.
Okey-dokey.
The only other thing is, do we want to mention that meeting we went to? Or do you want to do that?
Not tonight.
Good night.
Listen,
Okay, I'm done.
Turn.
Look, Judy.
Okay, the well. I have called Chris Tomberg and Ron Bell about a newest issue that has come up. In looking at all of my paperwork around the easement that is out, I have discovered that we have been working on this easement since last July. So it really is running in a long, long time. That's basically all I have on the well. The transfer station, as you all know, we had a problem. The engine blew up. Other than that, it was okay. But we had to get a brand new motor. Practically the whole thing was put together again. Even the casing had to be new. And made the decision that it was better for us to get all the parts air mailed to us rather than ground mail, because we would have had to pay for the carrying away of the waste that was not being compacted. So that price came out to be, and it should be coming in. The cost of doing the work by Farrar was $1,148.85, and about $250 for the airmail. So that is what it's going to cost us. I don't think that bill has come in.
It hasn't come in.
Hasn't
No, it
come
wasn't
in.
as of today, it
Okay.
hasn't.
And then a new motor, Chris, and be thinking about this, Chris Clark has questioned whether we need to have another motor to have as a backup. And one of the things that if we have a breakdown again, we have no substitute. They thought that there was one over in the firehouse, but it's not workable. It's not the right size, according to Chris. So I think there are pros and cons whether or not to buy a new motor as a backup. First of all, this motor that we've been working with has not been fixed in the last 8 years. It broke down 8 years ago. That's a long period of time, and it hadn't had any maintenance. But we can have maintenance periodically and keep the motor going. This is the pro side. If we had another motor we could put in and have that one that we're taking out maintained better. So I would like you to be thinking about that, and that new motor will cost us about $2,000. So I think, I don't think we should be making a decision tonight.
Well, think about it.
Yeah, think about that.
The new motor's 2,000, how much is the one we just put in?
We just had it fixed for, let's see, approximately 1,000 and 300, 1,700 1,500.
Okay, and that was the old boiler, but it's reconstructed, new parts and that kind of stuff.
And
Okay.
practically the whole thing is brand new almost. So that's what the issue is, the time frame,
Sure.
which is the major issue. Fortunately, we had a great team working together.
I can't believe you got it done in a week.
In a week's time,
I think
everybody.
You,
Yeah.
I think you, Keith, Al Coleman, and anybody else, and Chris Clark.
Chris got there, Donnie, he went at 7, I guess, early in the morning to pick it up and to take it over there.
I'm amazed.
Everybody just worked together so
It was less than a
beautifully.
week.
Less than a week, it was open on the
Yeah.
following Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it blew up on Saturday,
Friday
and it was
was done.
working the next Saturday.
So I don't think it cost us any money, any real extra money to do triple T, because
You don't
they had to
think
do one pull to deal with it, and otherwise they wouldn't do the normal Thursday pull anyways.
Yeah, right.
So,
Right, that's very true.
So I think,
it was beautiful. Everything just fell into place. So, and what was nice about Farrar, the people who did it over in Keene, is they put a municipality on the top of their list, knowing that it's a real problem. So they'll set other engines aside.
Thank you, Judy, for taking
And one more thing, and that is, I have set up a meeting or a committee of Andy and Lou to help us make the nitty-gritty decisions. Like, for example, when we have the single stream, we need to get a new bin for that, and we have to decide where it's going to go and that kind of thing. I don't think we really need to have the board decide about that, or what color. I mean, everybody may have their opinion about what color, but I think those are the kinds of nitty-gritty things that we
I think
can
that's a good idea.
decide.
Makes sense. Yes.
So,
Except for the open meeting law requirements that she has to warn those
Well, they
people.
would, yes.
I do.
Yes.
Okay, I don't see us meeting on a very
Just let me
regular
know and
basis.
I'll put it,
Okay.
I'll put it out for you.
Okay. I guess I have to write minutes then too. Okay.
And for that,
No, Andy's
So-
gonna do minutes.
Oh, we'll see what happens. So,
Yeah, correctly, you have to write minutes.
Someone does.
Yes,
we could
Andy.
make you the secretary.
Follow them around.
Keep it in the family. Okay, that's it.
Andy?
just to follow up on the, at the town meeting, there was a complaint about the man's resident, Mr. Raymond's residence across the abandoned building across from the school. Alexa contacted our town attorney and he gave us some instruction. And we have no town ordinance on anything like that. We have no zoning. It's up to, there's a couple possibilities. We could hire an engineer and go try to get on the property to see if it's a health hazard. The lawyer's experience is that won't work very good. It hasn't worked very well in the past. And so to just cut to the chase, I would suggest that I write a letter to the property owner asking him if he'd be willing to post the property properly, to board up the windows and see if he would come into compliance with that.
The whole back needs to be boarded. The whole back is gone.
There's a lot. He really, I got some guidance from VLCT, and the first thing they said was talk to your lawyer, but they shared some of their experience with abandoned buildings, much worse than that one. And it's a hard thing to resolve. So, without reading this whole letter to you, it could be very complicated. It's basically, with the first way to approach it would to be, where it's kind of at his mercy on what he does with the property, if he's a taxpayer.
And
Wasn't that the gist of the letter?
Right, he's paid his taxes, he's up to date on his
If
taxes.
you'd like to read the letter we got from Paul Gillies, you're welcome to. But it would, I believe I could send him a letter. I have all the contact information of anything to do with his company, his spokeswoman, who's probably I'll contact and ask if they'd be willing to at least do that.
See what they would do, if they're gonna do anything with it too, and try.
I'll mention that it's not backfilled, it's dangerous, somebody may trespass on it, just that kind of thing. The VLC, the Vermont League of Cities and Towns also said that if that doesn't work, perhaps a scathing letter from an attorney may help him to, and just forewarn him of any people getting hurt on there, but technically it sounded like there wasn't.
Right, I think going your approach with the letter from the health
Where
officer,
I
just
usually-
explaining the situation and see how they respond.
Yeah, so that's what I'll be up to with that. Won't be hiring any engineers or, and just a couple other things, the same thing there's a couple of other calls about some gray water. I contacted the landlord and asked them, could you do something about that before I go in getting the state involved? And a couple other possible rental inspections. Hopefully it won't come to that, but other than that, this is the thing I'll focus on next week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it possible to take a similar approach across from Bob Stone's house on Turkey Mountain Road? There's a mobile home that's
Is that on a hill, Mike?
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's the most unsightly thing on the road.
I really need a complaint. I can't just stop, that's something I can't do. You would have to get a written complaint from someone, find out who the landowner is. If you wanted to do that.
Yeah, the original owner's dead, but I'm sure his children are.
Once again, we don't have any zoning or, we could make up ordinances.
Is it
Mention that in the-
on wheels or is it not on wheels?
I have no idea.
Well,
It is just a trailer.
The wheels are probably rotting by now.
Kids used to live in that when I was in high school.
One of the things we did with that, remember we had that problem on, what was it, Harris? Road?
Yeah, they weren't paying taxes on that.
Yeah, that
I'm
was,
wondering if
They removed it.
they removed it and what?
that's gone, yeah.
Even more on wheels, you wouldn't be able to pull it away, because it's literally
No,
caved in on itself.
Yeah.
I'd be glad to if you wanted to, formally make an inquiry to try to find out who owns it and write them a letter. It's gonna be the same as this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'm sure there's a few other properties in Jamaica and East Jamaica that you really can't do much about it. But we are addressing this, just so the town knows. We're taking a look at the Raymond property.
Given its proximity to the school, that's.
Yes,
really
I'll mention that in the
That's the
letter.
one thing that really
That's the big-
heightens the
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate complaint.
Do you have anything else?
No.
I have one thing. Last meeting was our organizational meeting, and we put on the back burner the flood zoning administrator. Last week I spoke with Valerie Pantorno, who is our flood zoning administrator, who she really didn't want to continue doing that job, so I wanted to make sure that we understood that she really didn't want to do it. She is willing to give up that position and not be reappointed because she has enough to do with her listers. I asked her if we did reappoint somebody else, would she be willing to give assistance to that person, put them in the right direction of what needs to be done, and she said she'd be more than willing to do that. I have had one gentleman interested in flood zoning administrator, and it's Lou Russo.
So move.
He knows a lot about the computers, a lot of stuff is on computers. And Valerie said she would be more than happy to work with him and explain, what's going on, and, him knowing stuff about the town, and they know each other, they work each other with his computers and stuff.
There's a couple of kind of side things too. One of the things we're kind of concerned about is that we only know, or Valerie's the only one who knows how to use the GIS software. And in order to print these floodplain maps, you actually use GIS software to do it. So the idea was that I would get trained on how to use the software. So there, and also the other, one of the other listers, Barbara, has expressed an interest in learning a little bit about that software. So there's some tutorials that are up there that it may cost a little bit of money, but if that's something that's okay with you, we can, there's a tutorial that is a book, which I've seen before. I've used the previous version of it. And the nice thing is it's got a free 180-day version of the software that you can put on your own computer, so I can work on it at home. And if Barbara's interested, she can work on it at home, so you don't have to come into the office to actually learn how to use it, which is kind of nice. So I'm thinking of purchasing one copy for myself, and if
And the listers have money in their funds, because she would use it for the
maybe we
listers.
use lister funds for it.
Right, for her part of it.
But-
Right.
So my thinking is that it would give us another GIS experience on the town.
Are you is the zoning administrator compensated?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Okay, great. As they should be.
Okay. If anybody doesn't have any objections, may we have a motion, please?
I move that Mr. Bruzzo be appointed the Jamaica Floodplain Administrator.
Flood zoning.
What?
Flood zoning.
Flood zoning. Flood zoning?
Yes,
I
they
don't know.
That's one place we have zoning.
It's the only place.
Second.
So moved.
Motion was made and seconded. Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I will notify Pat, the town clerk, and she'll have the paper for you to sign.
You and I talked to Alyssa. I'll put you in touch with her.
Oh, good.
She's got some things lined up for the paid people.
Good, because I looked online to see if there was any help as to what a flood administrator actually
Yeah.
does. Is that a whole?
I wondered what
The
this
new
was.
truck, the new truck is in there.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I don't have anything else. As soon as the snow kind of melts away, Lou and I are going to go up to my sister's garden where Dan Kilburn came to the last meeting and check that situation out.
Oh, okay.
Because it should be open by then, maybe, or I can contact him, we can make a time that's available for him, or his sister could meet us there too, and check that out, so, and that's it. Maybe we have a motion to adjourn?
Right.
Oops, wait a minute. I would like to go back into executive session on a personnel issue just for a short time. We won't be making any decisions, so our camera crew can go home.
Then I move we go into executive session to discuss a personnel issue.
So, second.
What,
9:26.
It will take a minute.